Hello friends, and welcome to another FriYay Pick card. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you've arrived on Friday unscathed and happy. I know it's been an interestingly awesome week for me. It's been chaotic, it's been crazy, and it's been amazing. I do things on impulse. Those of you who know me, you know that there's not much planning and thinking ahead that goes into anything that I do. I tend to do everything spur of the moment and, as my hubby would say, lastminute.com. So I had a thought process, I think it was on Wednesday, I can't remember now. I noticed that a lot of people have been reaching out to me and saying that, they need some guidance, but they don't need a whole reading. They don't want a whole hour of my time or spirit's time. What they're looking for is just a quick little focus on an area, whether it be relationship, career, or whatever it was. So I thought, you know what, I can do that. So I posted a thing onto Facebook to say that, I'm now offering short little tarot readings, and oh my gosh, inundated, which is awesome, because it means that I can reach a few more people than ordinarily, because obviously if I'm reading and seeing people for an hour at a time, there are only a certain number of hours in the day. So, it is very restrictive, whereas these little ones, short, sweet, to the point, and so far the feedback has been fabulous. So I have been reading up a storm. I think I have connected with more people this week than I've connected with in ages, but it's amazing, absolutely amazing, and I love it. I'm so grateful and so honored and blessed to do what I do. But anyway, that's not why you're here. You're not here to listen to me ramble about my week. This week, doing things a little bit differently, okay? Usually what I do on our FriYay Pick cards is I usually pick a tarot card and an oracle card, or a couple of tarot and a couple of oracle, depending on how I feel. This week I am going to be using two new decks that I got in last week, I think it was. These two decks come all the way from Australia, and oh flip, they're amazing. I've been following the creator for quite some time, and she is absolutely inspiring. So these two decks, she's created them exactly the same size, and she's mixed them together, and she uses them as a single pack. So of course I had to do the same, and I'm loving it. So there are 110 cards, because there's 55 cards in each of the decks, in each of the packs. And they are just amazing, just absolutely amazing. I just realized I've stuck some cards upside down. So these cards, just to show you the backs of them, there is the Animal Kingdom Oracle card. That's the back of the cards. Isn't it just the cutest thing you've ever seen? And then also the Speed of Light Oracle. So these are the two that I'm using this week, but I am putting them together and working with the two decks as a single deck. And that's the only deck I'm going to use this week. So it's the only deck I'm going to use this week. And I think it's going to give us some really, really interesting, fabulous messages. So I'm so looking forward to it. So on screen right now, you are going to have an image of the bundles that are available to you. You know what to do. Take a deep breath and clear your heart, clear your mind. Oh, exhale it out and let out all your stresses and your worries. Take another deep breath in. Hold it for a brief second and exhale it out. And then when you are ready, you can look at the image and decide which of the bundles is the one that's really calling to you. Which of the bundles on screen has the message that you need to hear. And when you've got your message, if you are on YouTube, there's timestamps in the description box below that you can have a look at, and click on it and it'll take you straight to that section of the video. If you're on my blog, scroll down, pause this one, scroll down, because the individual parts are posted further down for you as well. And I do hope that you get exactly the message that you need today. We'll see you at your bundle. And welcome to those of you who chose bundle 1 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. Welcome. Today I am using a single deck of cards, but it's actually made up of two decks that have been combined into one. And they come from the same creator, from an amazing lady based in Australia. I only got this deck last week, so it's still brand new for me, and I am absolutely loving it. So what we have here are Animal Kingdom Oracle cards, and connected to it we also have the Speed of Light Oracle. So those are the two that I'm using, and like I said, they are all mixed up and jumbled and whatever else. So I'm using it as a single deck, and they're giving really awesome messages. I have been loving working with and getting to know this deck. So It's the only deck I'm using today, so we should see it. I think the messages are going to be so on point and so relevant. Let's have a look. So we're shuffling, and we're asking that the cards that we draw today be exactly the cards that have the message that all of you watching right now need to hear, whenever it is that you watch this, whether it be on the day I posted, which is the Friday, or whether it be any other day of any other time. So may the message be exactly what you need, exactly the message that rings true and that talks to you and answers all your queries and your questions. Okay, so I haven't picked anything. Let's have a look and see. All right, we're going to go for that one. We're going to go for that one. So we've got one of each so far. That one, and because I want one more. So I have chosen 4 cards, all right? And as you can see, you managed to get 2 of each, so 2 from each deck. The first one you have, let's see if I can just hold it that the picture clears on it, is the Earth Dragon. And the Earth Dragon talks about physical reformation at the bottom here. I know the lighting is not great, but it says physical reformation, which is quite interesting. And if you look at the dragon, you know, there's so much energy, there's so much potential, and he is morphing. He's a tree, he's a dragon, he's a little bit of everything, okay? So he is going through a complete physical reformation. And I'm wondering if this isn't something that you need to be doing. Let's have a look and see what the other cards have to say before I comment further. So I'm going to stand our Earth Dragon there. The next one that you have from the Speed of Light Oracle is Light Codes. And it says incoming information, memories, and language. So it's telling you that you are receiving information probably about this physical reformation. So there's some kind of information, there's some kind of download that is coming through for you, some kind of a light code that's coming in that you need to be paying attention to, that you need to be listening to, that you need to be adhering to. That is so interesting. That was the second card. The third card we have, we have this beautiful wolf energy. And can you see the message of the wolf at the bottom? I'm trying to hold it that you can see it. There we go. Secure those boundaries. So that's the energy of the wolf. The wolf is telling you need to secure your boundaries. So again, I'm going to put all of these cards out in front of me so that I can read the overall message. But obviously there's some work to be done. You are receiving information about your physical reformation, but you need to make sure that those boundaries are in place, because people are always going to take advantage of you, aren't they? And then our last one, the fourth one, is another Speed of Light Oracle, and this is the card of creation. Source, uncoil, light, and authentic. Isn't that just amazing? Okay, so friends, those of you who chose bundle 1, and I have the 4 cards standing here in front of me, and if I look at these, basically what they're saying to you is, you know, being on earth right now, being human right now is all about the physical being. We need to take care of our physical being. We need to make sure that we are eating and drinking appropriately, that we are nourishing our bodies and taking care of our bodies in the way that they need to. We also need to be doing the exercise. We need to be hitting the gyms. We need to be doing all of those kind of things to make sure that we have our physical body in check and in balance. But you know what happens is quite often we end up in a situation where we overcompensate, or we're too focused on one aspect and we neglect a whole bunch of other aspects. Spirit are asking you today to pay attention to what you are receiving, to what you are intuiting. Pay attention to the incoming messages. Not necessarily from external sources, but the ones that are coming here into your heart, coming through from source into your heart. Listen to those light codes. Listen to those messages from Spirit that are telling you what you need to be focusing on right now. What part of your physical being requires your attention and needs you to be focusing on it right now. Don't just be the, I want to say, the person that just goes with the flow, that follows everybody blindly. Question, challenge, and make sure that you are listening to your own self, your higher self, your intuitive self, and know that you are not pushing yourself too far. It is important that you set those boundaries, because that is exactly what your wolf is telling you. And can you see the fiery energy, the red energy of the card? And this is what the wolf is telling you. Secure those boundaries. And again, this is not physical boundaries around your home, but this is your energetic boundaries, okay? Especially when it comes to your physical self. Don't feel like you have to push all the time. Know your limits, know your restrictions, know your limitations, and stick within those. And then the final one, just to bring it through, is the creation, source, uncoil, light, and authentic. I love the image. Just love that image. You know, and I think this is what the message of this card is saying to you, is that when it comes to your physical being, there isn't necessarily a program out there that is specific to you. It's all the programs that are out there are quite generic that you can follow. And I think this is telling you that you need to be more authentic with yourself and do what feels right for you and not what looks right in the eyes of others. Okay, gosh, that's like quite an interesting message, isn't it? So to wrap up, to just incorporate all of that into a single message for you, Spirit is saying to you, be mindful, be aware of your physical being, understand that you are going through some kind of physical reformation at the moment. Don't necessarily follow blindly the guidance and advice from people externally. Trust and listen to what you are receiving intuitively, what you are receiving internally. Make sure your boundaries are in place. Don't let people push you unnecessarily. If you are recovering from illness, for example, you know, it's not always about fitness. It's not always about having the best physique. It's sometimes about recovering from illness, recovering from something that requires physical effort. Set those boundaries. Don't let people push you. You know your body better than anybody else. Don't let anybody push you unnecessarily, okay? And understand that you are busy creating. You are busy transforming, reforming, as our Earth Dragon told us, reforming. You are busy reforming, and it's going to take its time. It's going to take a while to completely evolve. So allow it to happen. Don't push yourself unnecessarily. Know your boundaries, know your limits, and know that it's going to be okay. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 1, I do hope that makes sense to you in some form or another. Let it be applicable to whatever's going on in your life at the moment, okay? And just know that Source is watching, that the spirit guides are watching, that you are loved, you are protected always, and it's going to be okay. Just don't allow anybody to push you around if you are not comfortable with it. With love and blessings from me to you until we do this again next week, you take care. And hello to those of you who chose bundle 2 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. Welcome, welcome. I hope you've had a good week, and I hope you are happy and well right now as you are listening to our message. So today I am using a new deck that I got only last week all the way from Australia, and it actually is 2 decks that I have incorporated into one. They are the same size, so it works perfectly as a single deck, but it means that I'm now working with a deck of 110 cards. And the deck is, the one is the Speed of Light Oracle, and the other one is Animal Kingdom Oracle, and they are just amazing. So they give really awesome messages, and this is now the only deck that I'm going to be using today. So we'll see what the messages are going to be like. So we are going to shuffle, and we're asking that the cards that we draw here now be exactly the message that all of you who chose bundle 2 need to hear. May it ring true. May it fill your heart and soul with the guidance and love and acceptance that you are looking for. Right. Okay, shuffled enough. Set the intention. Let's grab some cards. Okay, so I'm going to take that one over there. And I want that one over there. Oh, it's quite, whoops, big to hold in my hand. So forgive me. 3 cards, and I want one more. We're doing 4 cards today. Right, let's have a look and see which cards we have. So we have 4 cards, and you can see that it's come out 2 and 2. I didn't do that on purpose. It's just how it came out. So the first card you have, Eagle's Nest, and it says preparation, home, waiting, and soon. So Eagle's Nest is saying to you that you are, so I have such an itchy nose all of a sudden. Somebody's talking about me. The Eagle's Nest is telling you that something that you've been preparing for at home is coming soon, okay? Your wait is over. There's something that's coming. You've been waiting for it. It's attached to home. It's not a work-related thing, and it's coming for you quite soon. So that's quite lovely. I'm going to leave that one here in front of me, and we're going to look at all 4 cards, and then we're going to put the message together. Ladybug! And you see what the message of the ladybug is: favorable time. So whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever it is you're waiting on, it is a favorable time. It is coming for you, which is quite awesome. So that is our second card. Now let's look at our third one. It's the turtle. Don't you just love these images? And the message of the turtle is slow and steady. Slow and steady. And our final card that we have, oh, this is so awesome. Look at that. Sacred Haven, with the message of gratitude, connect, reflect, and stand still. So, friends, those of you who chose bundle 2, I'm just looking at all of these here and to see what we've got. So, Eagle's Nest, that was the first card we have, okay? So, Eagle's Nest, the first card, and it's telling you preparation, home, waiting, and soon. So, you've been getting ready for something. You have been preparing your home, getting ready for something. And again, might not be a physical thing. It might be an emotional thing. It might be a spiritual thing. But there's something that you've been preparing and getting yourself and your home, your personal space ready for. And it's telling you that the waiting will be over and it will be arriving soon. This is definitely something incredibly favorable because we've got this ladybug, the really, really cute ladybug that's telling you favorable times. So favorable times are coming with regards to whatever it is that you've been waiting for. But you know what, this is not something that you only started now. This is something that you've probably been pondering and working on for quite some time because the turtle is telling you slow and steady. So it's not just, you know what often happens, I don't know if you've noticed it, but often when we get closer to our destination, we tend to speed up. We tend to get faster in the hopes that we obviously arrive at our destination quicker. And I think the message of the turtle is telling you slow and steady. So don't rush. Don't now because you hear that your wait is nearly over. Don't start pushing. Don't start rushing through things. Slow and steady. Keep going at the pace that you have been, and you are sure to achieve everything that you need to. This Sacred Haven, I just absolutely adore this card. I really want to just hold it that you can see it quite clearly. Maybe if I put it in front of my face, it'll focus on it. There we go. Sacred Haven, gratitude, connect, reflect, and stand still. What is it that you need to be grateful for? What is it that you need to connect with? And you know what it is? It's you, it's self, all right? So this is the message from Spirit for you today. You have been working so hard on developing self, developing your environment, developing your home into being something that is truly amazing and wonderful. It's not complete as yet. Don't speed it up. Keep it slow and steady. Know that it's coming through. You are going to have an awesome time with your loved ones, with yourself and with your family members. But your sacred haven is being created, okay? But slow and steady. Don't rush. Don't rush. You know, again, I'm repeating myself, but when we get too excited, when we get so close to the finish goal, we often just want to charge ahead and get it finished, not paying attention to how it's going to impact on the destination, on the end goal. So Spirit is just saying to you, you are close. You are so close, but don't rush ahead now. Keep on at your slow and steady pace and you will achieve it. You know, this ladybird, they are so delicate, they are so little, they are so tiny, they're so minute, but you know what? Ladybirds are stronger than we realize. They really are. They're much stronger than we give them credit for. And they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly that they're going to keep going at their own pace and they're going to achieve the outcomes and the destinations that they're looking for. It is important, though, going back to this sacred haven that we have, it is important that you reflect on the journey. It is important that you reflect on where you started, where you're going to end up, and what you've done along the way. So the other word that we have here is standstill. And maybe we need to just stop and slow down a little bit and just catch our breath and just take a minute to recognize what we've still got left to achieve and what we're going to do to make sure that we achieve it. All right. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 2, it's a really interesting message. And I hope it rings true for you. And I hope something in that works for you and you're able to connect it to something that's going on in your life. But just know that whatever it is that you're working on, the eagle's nest, the preparation, the home, the waiting, and it's coming soon. Whatever it is that you're working on. And you know what? Eagles are majestic. You've got sacred, you've got majestic, you've got cute, teeny, tiny, but powerful, and you've got the slow and steady of the turtle. So if we take all of these energies and we bring them into each other, bring them into one setting, it's telling you that you're doing really well. You are achieving everything that you've set your mind to set your goals on. But you're not quite finished yet. You're not quite at the end destination. There's still a little bit to go, but just breathe and power through it. You're going to achieve, and it's going to be amazing. All right. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 2, take what works for you. See how you can fit it into your life. See what aspect of your life this resonates with. And apply the knowledge, apply the guidance, apply the inspiration, and may it help you on your journey. With love and blessings from me to you until we do this again next week. You take care. And hello to those of you who chose bundle 3 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. Welcome, 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 welcome. I hope you've had a good week and hope you've arrived here at this day happy and content and successful and enjoying life. Today, I am only using a single deck of cards, but it is actually a deck made up of 2. So we have 2 different decks that are inside that I'm using. So there's 110 cards here. This is a new deck that I got last week all the way from Australia, and they've been giving really awesome messages. So this is what I would want to use with us today. So let's give them a shuffle, and we're asking that the cards that we draw be exactly the message that all of you watching right now need to hear. May it be the message of guidance, hope, and inspiration once fell out. Guidance, hope, and inspiration that you definitely need to hear today. May it uplift you, may it calm you, and may it give you what you need. All right, I think I have shuffled enough. Okay, so 2 cards dropped out. I'm just going to leave them on the side there because you know me, I don't pick up the jumpers. Right, got the whole deck in my hand, and it is quite a big deck. I'm taking card 1. I want that one. 2, 3, and the last one, 4. So I've taken 4 cards for each, and just to show you the 4, in your particular group now you have got 3 cards from the Animal Kingdom Oracle, and you only have the 1 Speed of Light Oracle, whereas the other bundles, bundle 1 and 2, got 2 and 2, so it's quite interesting that you got 3. So the first one you have are the flamingos and their messages about social gathering. So you know what, friends, it's Friday. Well, the day that I release this video is Friday, but whatever day it is that you watch this, okay, whether it be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, next week, it doesn't matter. But it is important. We are, by default, social beings, aren't we? That is human nature. That our animal instinct within us is to connect with other people, not always to be solitary. So today, the focus is on social gatherings. The focus is on connecting with other people, sharing yourself with other people, connecting with other people. So I'm going to leave that one there. And let's see what else we get. So, this is quite interesting. We have stag energy that's come through, and it says lost, help, guide, path, and discouraged. So we have social gatherings, which was the first card that we've got from the flamingos. And now the stag is saying, well, we're feeling a little bit bewildered. We're feeling a little bit, overwhelmed. And maybe that's exactly why we have retreated. But I'm not going to comment further. I want to see the other 2 cards first, because obviously they paint a whole picture. So we've got the stag card. The next one, okay, it's coming to me. It's coming to me. The next one we have is this cute little zebra, and its message, if you can see there, is alternative options. Okay, alternative options is what the zebra is bringing. So card 1 that we had is flamingos, telling you about social gatherings. Card 2 is the stag, and the stag was telling you feeling lost, feeling like you need to be helped, the path, discouraged, etc. And now we've got this cute little zebra, almost like he's laughing at us, and his message is alternative options. And our 4th card we have is the beautiful elephant, our beautiful African elephant. And the message at the bottom is family commitments. So I've now got them placed here in front of me, and let's just have a look at this message. So we've got the flamingos talking about family, social gathering, not family gathering, social gathering. Okay. And as I said to you, we are, generally speaking, as human beings, we are social creatures. Okay. It is important for us to interact with other people. As much as even me, I'm not really a fan of crowds. I'm not really the kind of person who likes to be amongst hundreds of people. I prefer small, intimate settings as opposed to loud parties. But connecting with other people and being social is such a huge part of who we are. We can recluse, we can be on our own, but every now and again it's important that we just peek out there and see what's going on and just connect and interact with other people. Okay. You are probably feeling a little bit lost. You are probably feeling a little bit stag-like, okay? A little bit skittish, because that's how I connect with this energy. They can be quite cozy and quite happy, prodding along, eating and minding their own business, but as soon as something startles them, they're going to be gone. And that may be how you're feeling at the moment, especially around social settings. And you may be wanting a little bit of help or needing to be guided on your path and possibly feeling a little bit discouraged. Maybe something's happened in the past that has discouraged you, so you are withdrawing and avoiding the social gatherings. Okay. So our zebra, I love the zebra, and I think he's the real focus point of this reading. And our zebra is telling you that there are alternative options. And I don't know if this is alternative options to the social gatherings. In other words, other ways of doing the social gatherings or handling the social gatherings or participating in the social gatherings. But he's definitely telling you that there are options, okay? Other ways of getting your social, connecting with other beings. And I think that's important. And I think for each one of us, that's what we need to be focusing on at the moment is, going to a loud, raucous party might not be your thing, but find out what is. Staying at home on your own, not an option. All right? Finding your clan, finding your crew, finding your group, finding your like-minded souls, finding out where they are, go to them. Okay. We also have the elephant, and the elephant in the room is family commitments. I am going to bring into this that, sometimes we ignore social and we only focus on family. Is that wrong? No, I don't think so. But yes, it is. Contradiction in itself. Renee's contradicting herself. So friends, basically what I'm hearing from Spirit, what Spirit is saying to you is that we are by nature social beings. We need social interactions. As much as we love our families and as much as family is number one importance in our life, it's not enough. We do need more than that. Okay. So you are urged, all of you who chose this bundle today, you are urged to please do not put your whole soul, heart and soul focus on just your family. You are significant, you are important, and you need an identity. You need a connection with people outside of family. And I'm going to throw into it, work is not enough either. So you have your family and then you have your work family. No, we need flamingos in our life. We need flamingos. So you are urged, those of you who picked this bundle, from now on, look out for your flamingos, find your flamingos, connect with your flamingos, enjoy time with your flamingos. Remember what our cute little laughing, I think he's laughing at us, zebra is telling you. He's telling you that there are alternate options, okay? So just because your social settings didn't work in the past doesn't mean that that's it, you give up. You have to find other means. You have to find other means to your social. Don't be so discouraged. Don't be so unhappy. Find your group, connect with your group, and be happy with your group. That's it. So thank you for watching. I do hope that there was something in there that connected to your heart and soul, something that rang true in your life. Take what works for you, leave the rest. But go out there and be social this weekend. No more staying at home and connecting just with your family. Reach out. With love and blessings from me to you. Until we do this again next week, you take care.